Okay, I just saw a. Hold on. There we go. That's probably good. I saw a news article on like the. I use Microsoft Edge, so whenever I open it, there's like a bunch of news stuff. So I opened it and I saw something. It was like, I think it said Wegovy pill. I wouldn't take it if you paid me. Now, personally, I don't know what that is. I don't know what a Wegovy pill is, honestly. But like, it kind of just sometimes there's something as simple as that can make you ask a question. Like, it made me think like, no matter there's so many people on this planet that literally there is not a single thing in the entire world that every single person can agree on. There's 8 billion people on this planet. Maybe even 9 now. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. Eh, I like how unscripted these videos are. It's fun. And, I'm going to be honest right now. I'm coming off of a full all-nighter here. It is now the morning. I see daylight. And I have not slept a wink. Uh, but, I don't know. It just, like, just think about it. There's the only thing that like everybody can agree on. Not even no, actually, I was gonna say one thing that every human can agree on is survival, but clearly that's not the case. There's always going to be someone with a different view. There's always going to be someone with a different. Are you? Oh right. Right. I'm not playing Bedrock. Okay. I tried to crouch to shield. What was I saying? Everyone has a different opinion. And I think sometimes, especially now, it's kind of the idea of an opinion is pretty overshadowed. You can have an opinion. I don't know if anybody has heard, but there's something called freedom of speech. And I don't mean that in the way like, oh, it's freedom of speech. I'm gonna say the N word. Like, whoa, chill out for a minute. Okay. Just maybe use your skull a little bit. Maybe think about what you just said before you continue saying words. Why can't I swap this? But like, freedom of speech doesn't just mean I can say literally whatever I want. Like, I mean, realistically, you can. All it means is that you technically have the freedom to say anything. But like, it depends on what you say. You're gonna be judged by other people always. Sometimes the judging is for a good reason. Sometimes it is not. Sometimes it is completely like. Anyways, everyone has a right to an opinion, and I feel like I think it's talked about quite a bit nowadays, especially like a lot of people have a problem of just taking sides, or like they say LARPing, eh? Yeah, that's what people say now. LARPing. People like to LARP a lot. So they'll take any opinion. It's like it's like people what people say. I think I've seen memes on it before. It's like, yo, new moist critical opinion just dropped. Let's all bandwagon on that, like, or something along those lines. Like, no one forms their own opinions anymore. It's always just like, I see this guy has an opinion, so I'm gonna steal it. And I haven't seen the movie American Psycho with Patrick Bateman, but like, I'm pretty sure that's what they described in the movie is that the guy literally just looked at people and copied what they did because he's a psychopath. So doesn't that mean that like the average person nowadays is a psychopath? I don't know, but I have a functioning brain. I'd like to think that I have a functioning brain, so like I make opinions on everything. I always have an opinion on something. It's never a fence sitting kind of thing. I always try and take a side. And there's obviously there's gonna be some areas where it's gonna look like I'm sitting in the middle, but am I really? That's up for people to decide. The middle is not actually established until people decide where it is. It's all about perspective. No human's the same. Everybody's unique. Some people are too blind to see that. Some opinions can be outlandish to most. There's gonna be something that someone says that you're gonna be like, whoa, pal. Did you think about what you said before you said it? And sometimes no. Sometimes people will form an opinion before even looking into the topic. That's the LARPing thing right there. That's LARPing. But like I always try to do my best to not take a side until I've read more about it. So if someone were to ask me a question, where do you stand on this? What do you think? What do you think about the current person in our Canadian office right now? What do you think of Prime Minister Mark Carney? I say, I don't know enough about the topic to give you an actual opinion. That's my answer to a lot of questions. I don't know, and it's okay not to know. You, if you like, if this person genuinely wants to know your opinion, they would give you enough time to look into it. If they genuinely cared and you cared about giving them an answer, they would allow you and you would look into it. But some people don't want to take that risk. And some people feel like they are not allowed to disagree with people close to them because they're close to me, right? Like, oh, I can't disagree with this. Like it's like what's the funny term? Like it's like hype manning your friends. Like no, they never have a wrong opinion, or like what like the stereotypical like party girls. They're like, oh no, it's never your fault. Don't worry, it's never. It sometimes it can be someone's fault. You just like another thing is honesty. People are allowed to not make good decisions, but like it seems kind of ridiculous to never tell anybody they've made a stupid decision. Because if you don't tell them, they're never gonna find out in the future. Like that's literally what teaching is you make mistakes and people who know about what the mistake is should tell you about what your mistake is. Just like if you encounter someone who's made a mistake or something, like don't just you can tell them that they've made a mistake. Just don't be a dick about it. You know, like how like a teacher or mother would be like, "Well, that's maybe we shouldn't be moving in that direction. Maybe maybe try something like this." It sounds corny, but it's literally fucking true. And like you don't always have to make it obvious. Just like subtle hints sometimes work. And if that doesn't work, be a little less subtle until like eventually they'll be like, "Okay, I get it now." Right? People are allowed to be wrong. Opinions matter. Views matter. Be your own person. That's about it.